helps me like how I stay productive and motivated throughout the day. And this video hopefully will help you guys. These are 10 habits and 10 things that I try and do every day. Like I said, like I'm not always the best at them, but I do try and do them during the weekends, like try and eat healthy, try and drink water, try and meditate and pray every single day. Like those are things that I try and do every day, but obviously some days are good, some days are bad, but hopefully this motivates you like it has for me to implement these into your morning routine. So with that being said, we can just get into this video. So my first tip is to bring in some light, whether it's just opening up your blinds or your curtains in the morning when you first wake up, or I would do this, but it's like a little cold still where I live, but definitely the summer when it's warm, I like to just let in the breeze. I always like to open up my window just a little bit, kind of just bring in some fresh air, or if you can't do that, just like walk outside, and if it's nice enough, take a walk, you know, just walk around and just kind of just enjoy Mother Nature and just enjoy just like the sun and just also the fresh air that it brings you. I think it just like wakes me up a little bit more and gets me excited about the day and appreciate that breathing and living. So praise God. I always like to have water. I don't know if you guys can see in the frame, it's probably over there, but that blue thing actually has all of my water and I like to drink it throughout the day, but especially I like to keep it right where my bedside table is because I like to reach for it when I first wake up, and usually I'll first drink it, kind of re-energize my skin, especially because my skin is dry, especially from sleeping, doesn't really get a lot of hydration, so that kind of brings up some hydration. And it's also really great because it kind of wakes me up and gets me excited for the day. And sometimes I like to drink it while I read my Bible, which is this third tip, to read my Bible. I love to read my favorite verses that kind of motivate me throughout the day, so I'll definitely do those. Also because I don't like to use my phone when I first wake up, look at social media or anything. And usually I have my Bible on my phone, but I think this forces me to actually use my real Bible and kind of be away from technology, just, you know, when I first wake up. So I like to just look through my Bible, read my favorite verses. And if you're not into that, then you could always meditate. I also like to do that as well. I like to just get up on the bed, kind of straighten up and just meditate, focus on my breathing and not really think about, you know, what the day has to offer, kind of just like anything that's stressing me out. I kind of take that time to just clear my head and kind of clarify, you know, my goals that day. I try and do this every day. I'm not the best at it because especially during the weekdays, I have no time, really like struggling to like eat sometimes. Like it's not the best, guys. But I'm working on it, especially the weekends. I like to make a better breakfast. Sometimes I like to have banana pancakes. I used to be really bad. I used to have like chocolate chip pancakes. But after a while, your skin isn't looking the way it is. And I'm trying to take care of my skin, so I'm trying to like make healthier decisions. And I just feel good if I make healthy decisions, especially when it comes to, you know, what I'm eating and what I'm putting in my body. So sometimes I like to have avocado toast. Sometimes I like to have something with eggs, maybe scrambled eggs, an omelet. I like to have like a lot of veggies, something with like dairy, something with like eggs or something. What else do I like to have? I don't even remember. Some fruit and stuff. I like to have fruit in the morning as well. So I like to do that, and I try not to have coffee all the time, but because I'm always doing so many things, I have to have coffee, so I try not to have it every single day, but a couple times a week I like to do that. That's like my guilty pleasure, I would say. But I think just eating a good breakfast, eating right when you first wake up, eating healthy, I think will just set you up for the rest of the day. I like to make to-do lists. That's kind of how I work, especially on the weekends. I don't really like planning my planner or anything, or my bullet journal. I like to just write a to-do list on a sticky note, and it just helps me kind of get things off. I like to make boxes and I check them off as I go, so I like to get organized that way and kind of figure out what I'm going to do that day and like the tasks I have to complete. So I like to just make a to-do list, makes it easy. You just need a post-it note and a pen and you're good to go. So sometimes I like to deadlift, sometimes I like to bench press, sometimes I like to, you know, just do a bunch of muscular endurance, so like squats, a bunch of reps. So I just like to exercise just a little bit, kind of gets me going for the day. And even though I'm tired afterwards, I take a shower and I'm good. I just take some time to rest, and I think I'm good, and then I get to go on and do whatever I need to do. So I think exercising just kind of puts me in a different mental state, and kind of gets me active and going for whatever I have to do that day. I know for me, I don't like to take, even though I don't like to take morning showers, I feel like that's the best way that can wake me up. After eating breakfast, I love to just jump into the shower and just go and like scrub-a-dub-dub and get like clean, and I feel like that just like wakes me up and gets me excited. And then like when I'm like getting ready and stuff, I'm like in a good mood, I'm blasting music, I feel good. So I love to take morning showers to officially energize me. Always write down like what you're thankful for each day, and I've always done this with my bullet journal, and it honestly puts everything into perspective. Sometimes you realize like, oh, maybe I didn't, you know, nothing's really great in my life right now, and like it's not until you like look at like just like a full month and you realize like there's a lot of things that you're grateful for. And sometimes I have to be creative because sometimes I'm not thinking about things that I'm grateful for, and I think it just like puts everything in perspective, like that like every single day there's something to be thankful for, and not just like on Thanksgiving. I think it really reminds me to be grateful for the little things, like even just getting like an A on a test, like that's something that I'm like thankful for. Or like maybe someone being nice to me, like not like just being someone just spreading like one act of kindness. I think that just like puts a lot of like that puts like less, I think, stress on like the idea that like there's nothing to be grateful for. So I think it just like helps me, you know, express thanks for, you know, just the little things that happen in life. I know it's so hard. I am not saying like I'm a saint when it comes to this. Like I also like struggle with this, but and I think it like helps me actually, because when I'm not on social media, that like tends for me to like be less productive. So I always try and be productive and find ways to do things, especially because I do actually have a lot of stuff to do when I see like the things that I have to do each day, and it actually helps me not want to be on social media and not always be on my phone, because I find myself not being productive. And if I want to be productive, then gotta put my phone away. And I actually find myself not always being on social media, yet it is hard because I'm always on YouTube and watching stuff, because I like to have things in the background when I'm doing homework, when I'm editing. It's just really hard because I can't just sit there in silence. I guess I could turn on my radio or something, but I don't know, I just love like watching something, having something in the background. So I do find myself being on Spotify and YouTube a lot, but I'm trying to like restrict myself, kind of lessen the amount that I use them, because it technically still is social media. But if you can try to just like not spend that much, like as much time as you can on social media. I like to make my bed right away, because that makes me want to like do things during the day and not just want to lay in bed. So I recommend making your bed, because when you walk in, it looks like your room is like cleaner than it actually is, because you made your bed. That's like the focal point of your room, and also makes you productive, because I don't want to just jump back into bed. So I really strongly believe that making your bed will make you 10 times happier and more productive throughout the day. So those are all of my habits and things that I try and do every single day. I gave you guys 10. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any other like habits or things that you try and do every single day that I didn't mention in this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you want more of these types of videos, more of these lifestyle types of videos. And also subscribe and turn on my bell notification, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have an awesome day, guys. Bye!
Feeling so high when we're together. Yeah, let's make it